Start streaming. My webcam. Oh, now. Now it works. Is the... Can we set a threshold? Okay. You know what? Let's leave no noise gate. We'll leave that out for this one. No, we need a noise gate. Fuck. Damn it. And go to minus 32. Yeah, minus 32 would be good. Yeah. Okay. Maybe noise suppression. Noise suppression. All right. I'm just listening to myself, but I realized I wasn't talking to myself. So, you get muted. You go. Just erase the entire video. You go. Open visibility, public, done. Save. And I think we're live. I think we're ready to go. Should we do a little portfolio review? I would not mind that at all. Yeah. Keep turning my sound up on. All right. All right, we're gonna headphone it. We won't get any background noise in here, except for the sound, of course. Now we do a portfolio review, and of course we got tons of people, right? I mean, you know. I don't know. Gotta post this in a. Okay. It's not like I said the stream was going to be at 5 o'clock and it's now 5:30, but we got to set up some Wi-Fi. We had some things to do. I can hear myself in the background. I don't like that. Let's just go into the portfolio review. We got E-Trade account, which is what's going on here. This is typically what you'd see in one of my videos. And keep it simple, we got the start of the month, and that's what it happened to be on that day. And then we have the price according to what it is today, which is November 2nd. I know, not quite October 31st. There's 31 days in October, right? Nope. Yep. Yep. So that's just the price today, and then we have a couple other categories in here. Just tell me the quantity if I have of it, the price I paid, things like the change in value, and that's change in value from like today from October. That's what it is. Overall, for the month of October, I mean, we're down 4.3%, not necessarily this thing out there, but you know, Could be worse. We could be down like 20%. And then we have my return from the actual month, and this is what I started out. I started up the month October up 10%, and I ended the month only up 5.8%. Not very good. And then we got, of course, down 4%, which kind of makes sense. Does make. What are we doing here? We are. Why am I typing that? We're talking about my portfolio during the month of October. Normally, I do a actual video on it, but instead, we're just gonna live stream it because I thought that would be fun. Chasing the apex. Yeah, and pretty much what I'm doing is just going over my positions, yeah, for the month of October, and then talking about things that I might want to get rid of or add for the month. Thank you. Yeah, investments. Anyways, we'll just go through. Again, I was saying I was down 4% for the month of October, which is not ideal. I'm up from the beginning of the investing journey, which was not too long ago, only up 5.8%. Anyways, so we'll go over the worst performing stocks now, with AMD leading the way, down 11% during the month of October. Kind of awful. I kind of wish they were up, but of course. AXP is American Express, down 7%. I don't think I'm going to be cutting these positions because I do believe them in the long term, but there are a few that I probably will cut down. Further down, I know PPL. I'll probably, or not PPL, sorry. I guess I must have cut the position. Anyway, we'll keep going. We got Beyond Meat here, down 15% this month. But I am up 8% on them overall. I think they had some bad news come out the other day where it's just not many people were buying their meats, or they didn't secure a contract, which is why they're down so much this month. We have Hyliion Motors. Now I know this says down 58% this month, and that's because from the 1st of October to the 30th, they are down 58%. However, the actual price I paid for them was $23, which is right in the center of the month, and I mean, overall, I'm still down 20%, but I'm not down 58% like it's showing. That's just the stock return. Most of these I was invested in before October, so they should work out, just not Hyliion. Really, it just wasn't a good October for stocks overall. I mean, even stocks like J&J down 5%. We have Coca-Cola down 1%. Microsoft and O'Reilly Income also down 4%. It's just kind of like a bloodbath out there, honestly. But, of course, we have the savior, Pinterest, up 31% for the month. They had earnings just at the end of October, and, I mean, they apparently did really well. Had tons of concurrent users because, quarantine people want... Yeah, October is generally a bad month. They like to call it the Red October. And plus, we also have the election coming up, which just doesn't... It adds more to the volatility overall. So yeah, October is generally a bad month, and being down only 4%, I'm okay with, since I'm still up overall. Yeah, I mean, but Pinterest anyway, up 31%, overall up 130%. I kind of wish I bought more of them when that happens. Isn't that what everyone always wishes? You always wish you could have bought more at the low price. Anyway, they had earnings and they did well, which also brought up a lot of other companies like Facebook and Snapchat also had good earnings. Yeah, the European market is it in a huge flux? I didn't actually read too much about that myself. I mean, I believe you, but I didn't see too much news about the European market. I just know because, as you said, October is generally a bad month for investments, and then we have the election on top of that in November. Oh yeah, sorry. The European market is affected by the US stock market, so it is in a relatively big flux right now. Anyways, one of the newest investments that I made, other than Hyliion Motors, is Run, which is actually a solar company providing solar panels, and I'm all for that renewable energy. I wanted to find some renewable energy out there, and Run seemed like a good company. However, Apparently got in during a awful time. I'm down 32% on them, down 14% overall. Sorry, they're down 32% for the month, but I am down 14% overall. Not good, but I do want to get into some more sustainable investments because I just think that might be the way of the future, especially with electricity, especially with just cars and, well, really just powering cars. I mean, look at Tesla. You know, they're doing great. We have NIO. Hyliion was that secondary electric car company manufacturer that I wanted to invest in. And we have, of course, Tesla. I have in my Robinhood, which we'll get into in just a minute. But yeah, Run is just another solar company that I thought would do well. Apparently, they just didn't do well. We have Shake Shack up 8% overall, down, or sorry, up 0.18% for the month. Oh no, I know, lots of opinions. I'll tell you what, I would love, all petrol cars, but sometimes you just can't beat the electric car. I'm all for big V12. I hope Aston Martin, Ferrari gets to keep their V12s and keeps it up there, but with Tesla coming in with that electric car having like 500, I think, 500 to 600 miles of range, that's insane. And it kind of cuts all my fears about range and anxiety. Anyway, we have space down 12%. Oh, I'm actually down in this position. I used to be up. I'm down 4% myself, but down 12% for this month. I think last month, we can actually check. What was last month? Yeah, September. Space, I was actually up. Just kidding. I lied. We're just going to ignore that. All right, Stag, another like consumer electric. They pay a lot of dividends. They're up 15% for the month. Seagate Technologies, all the hard drives and stuff that I have in my computer, which is over there. That's another dividend-paying stock, around 4%, I believe. I'm down 2%, but they do pay 4% dividends, so I'm not too upset. T-Mobile down 7% overall, 4% for the month. I mean, not bad. United Airlines down 4% because they did encounter some issues, even though TSA numbers. So I don't know if you guys knew, but TSA released their, like, how many people come through them. And they had 1 million travelers come through just a few weeks ago, which kind of pumped up all the airlines. But I think just because of the election and other things. Is T-Mobile still owned by Vodafone? I'm curious. I'm going to Google it. Google it over here. Is T-Mobile? I don't think they're owned by Vodafone. If I can spell. Deutsche Telekom. That makes sense. Oh, I think T-Mobile just bought Sprint. Yeah, see if we can find the history. I don't quite see it. Anyway, T actually is AT&T, not T-Mobile, by the way. But that's another dividend-paying stock. I'm down 7% overall. Kind of just bad, Market's not doing well this October. But we can move into Robinhood real quick. This, I don't show my account value, but Robinhood is kind of okay. I'll show that. It's only $700 in here. Lots of fractional shares because why not? We'll do... oh, sorry. Where is the percent? Like, do I have to go somewhere for that? All right, whatever. We have Activision, or sorry, for the month, down 2%. Well, I did have a good, wow, down $50. Not that much, but like, I don't want to be down $50, right? Activision coming in here. I felt like Activision, oh, thank you, chasing the apex. I try to offer some insight into the financial markets. Probably not as good as somebody who does it for a living, but here I am. Activision, I just kind of thought, being a gaming company and quarantine, a lot of people are going to be buying gaming stocks, or not gaming stocks, but the actual things that Activision produces. Thanks, man. Activision, But apparently they're down. You know, I was just hoping they were going to go up. Twitter, again, with that social media, but they actually just did earnings, I believe, a few days ago, and they did not do as well as Pinterest. So this one's to load. Yeah, they had earnings October, must have been 29th, 30th, and they just didn't do as well as Pinterest. So they're down a bunch. I was up quite a bit on them, but now I think I'm down only $1. Microsoft, just a duplicate. I don't know why I still have it in here, actually. I probably should sell it and do something else. Tesla up $19. I see it's not much money in here. So I am up 50% on Tesla. It wasn't more, but they've kind of been just 7% hanging out for the past little while. I mean, let's look at the year. Let's look at the 5-year chart in this situation. I mean, just March to August going up, what is that? $85 to $400. 400%. And now they're just hanging out. Because why do you need to buy a Tesla right now at $400? And they had that stock split. I don't know if you guys remember that. But 5-to-1 stock split. So they were actually at $2,000 per share. But they did the stock split. And now they're down to 400. Still, so if you had 1 share, you get 5 shares. Netflix, again, another quarantine. Like, I feel like people are just going to be buying Netflix. Actually, Netflix did report decent earnings the other day. I think people wanted them to blow it out of the water, but they just didn't. Yeah, that was over here. Because they started in the morning, went up $20 a share with Netflix. SPY, this is the S&P 500. It's an overall index of the S&P 500. And every week I just buy $5 of it because, I mean, that's what really you should be doing. You should definitely be dollar cost averaging. So I just do that with SPY. And it's super easy to do that with Robinhood. Probably one of the best things about Robinhood. Really one of the only great things about Robinhood. Anyways, we'll move into Roku. Yeah, a whole $5 a week, I'll tell you. No, these accounts, this Robinhood and my other E-Trade account that I have, which is, they invest for me. I'm probably just doing, that's more than $5. Yeah, I know, you can invest just $5 a month or a week or a day with Robinhood. It's pretty cool. But these accounts are probably gonna, depending how they do, go to like my nephew. They'd probably enjoy it, getting some money when they graduate. SPY, we got Roku. Again, streaming play. I'm up $10 in them, so that's pretty good. I don't know why you can't do percents. It's kind of annoying. Yeah. Anyway. Southwest, which is Love. Oh, again, airline thing. They are in my actual E-Trade account, so I do have more shares of them. I'll tell you what. The color change from Robinhood being black this to white, that was not ready for that. Where is my Southwest in here? There. Yeah. See, they're up 13% for me overall in E-Trade. Anyways, we got NVIDIA. Again, another game. Like, I feel like people want to be buying these gaming companies, like this stuff they produce. Except the issue with NVIDIA is that whole 3070, 3080, 3090 stocking issues where just a bunch of bots bought all the chips or graphics cards. Sorry. Hopefully AMD doesn't run into the issue. And yeah, that's probably why they're down a bit, just because of stocking issues. And yeah, makes sense because people just couldn't buy them. Moving to Amazon, I am so happy with fractional shares with Amazon because I am not about to drop $3,000 on a single share of Amazon. That just doesn't make any sense. So I only have 0.01 of a share, and I'm down. But again, Amazon's probably going to take over the world, you know. QQQ. Do I have a recurring? I don't. I meant to set up a reoccurring. So a fractional share is just a fraction of a share. That's kind of like a bad way to put it. But let's say you wanted to buy QQ or Amazon. Let's go back to Amazon. You wanted to buy Amazon and you don't have $3,000. Instead, you can use Robinhood or M1 Finance or Schwab to invest anywhere from, I think, $1 to, whatever X dollars, 1 to 1 million, right? and you can buy a fraction of the share. So in Amazon's case, I actually have 0.014278 of a share of the stock. And the way it works with Robinhood and M1 Finance is that when you, let's say, oh, it's a super low barrier for entry. It's great. But pretty much what they do is they collect all the users on their platform and kind of put all their shares in like a basket. So Robinhood overall might be buying a single share of Amazon, but it's split between hundreds of people potentially. And M1 Finance is similar, except with Robinhood, you can just buy it anytime during the day. With M1 Finance, you actually need to have a set trading window, which comes in at, I believe, in the morning and then at night. So in the morning, you can submit your orders for the stocks you're going to buy during the day. And then you can't buy anything else or sell anything else the rest of the day until that second wave, which you actually don't get the second wave unless you pay for their premium service. So less than ideal, which is why like Robinhood, you can buy maybe at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I just kind of want to do it. Yeah, opening and closing the bell. That's right. But at Robinhood, I can buy at like noon because why not? You know, maybe I'm sitting here not working, wanting to buy something. Anyway, we got Facebook, another social media again. People are spending a lot of time on social media, so I felt like they were good to get in. Starbucks, you know, not too much explanation here. People just love going to Starbucks, right? What is your job? You mentioned it, but I forget. But my job, I mean, I just sit at my computer all day, work. So I'm always just browsing if I have free time. We got Baba, Alibaba. That's pretty much like the Chinese Amazon that dropshippers use, which is also why I have Shop. Just kidding. I have Shop somewhere. Maybe it's not in this one. Zynga, another gaming company. That's like the mobile game company because a lot of kids want the, you know, mobile games. So they, I'm not a parent, so I don't, you know, I don't have the dynamics of, oh, I want my kid to be playing this. I don't want them to be playing that, so I don't really understand that. However, my niece and nephew do love playing games and watching things on their tablets, so Zynga is probably a good one for that. Fiverr, I've actually used Fiverr. So what Fiverr is just Fiverr.com. You can pay someone to do something for you, like design a logo. Maybe you got some coding you need done, or all of those things, right? And Fiverr, I think it's just this pretty innovative platform, honestly, and I think they're just going to be continued to use in the future and get kind of bigger because a lot of freelancers are using Fiverr now just to go with their services. Disney coming up here. Mixed bag. Yeah, quite a mixed bag. Disney, they're also going to take over the world, so I probably should buy a couple shares of them. DocuSign, that's a new one. I felt like this Docu was a good investment because of quarantine, because people are just, they don't want to sign something in person, you know? You could get corona that way, right? So you get Docu, which you can use to kind of like help you out. Uh, yeah, Docu, like you just get sent the lease and everything. GDV, Gab, IEF, blah, blah. These names, all of, except for PayPal. PayPal is actually a new one again. Yeah, Docu is excellent. I've signed a lot of things with Docu. PayPal is like a similar story. I thought they'd be good to go around. And then, you know, because people just want transactionless purchases, and they just sort of approved Bitcoin and stuff, which I thought was cool. But anyway, these names, all of that stuff, they offer around 2% dividends, and over the course of all time, I can't see all time, that's kind of annoying, they really don't fluctuate. Like 5 years ago, they were 79. Right now, they're at 82. And they just offer a 2%, or is this one 2% now? Yeah, 2.43% dividend. I thought it would be better than having a savings account. So I just wanted to get a 2% dividend going around with them. And because the savings account is 0.6%, I actually made a video on this if you want to check it out. But a savings account is 0.6%. This is 2% and really doesn't fluctuate that much overall, which is kind of just why I wanted to get in. I have $100 going to all of the companies. It's a $10 recurring investment across all of them, which is 10 companies, just to hopefully beat a savings account, if that makes sense. And that's kind of like that's my plan. That's my portfolio. We don't need to open E-Trade. This is pretty much what it is. I'm down. Yeah, let's just hope for a good November, right? Let's hope for a good election and all the above. Good just overall. That's my hope. Yeah. Without going super in depth, it's just like I don't want to get 0.6% in savings accounts, and these are too. So, thank you. I appreciate it a bunch. I will. Hey, wow! Join in for the end, bud. Jelly. Oh boy, the inspiration to get into streaming. I think I'm probably gonna be doing this stream once a month. To hopefully show off my portfolio at least, and just kind of go over it. Yeah, so this should be fun. I'm just quick overview again since you're back in here. Down 4% for the month, up 5% overall. Robinhood down 2.75% up. What am I up? 6% for the year? That's not bad. God, Robinhood is such insane peaks. Yeah, you absolutely are, Jelly. What do you think you're doing? 100% inspiration. Thanks, man. Well, I thought it would be super fun. Eventually, we'll get into maybe some separate channel for gaming or something like that. That'd be a cool time. Anyways, we'll close it out. Telling everyone to be safe, invest wisely, don't do anything I wouldn't do, which doesn't say that much, but thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you maybe in a month, maybe in a week. Maybe we'll do more frequent streams, you know? You never know. Anyway. Yeah. I think I'm assuming I'm going to leave the VOD. VOD, VOD, whatever. Yeah. Everybody have a good one. Enjoy your time and be safe.